The power of the mind. How to keep your memory sharp and your mind clear. Introduction. The mind is a garden. What if I told you that your mind doesn't have to fade with time? That those moments of forgetfulness, misplaced keys, words that slip away, names that seem just out of reach, aren't inevitable signs of aging, but rather habits that can be reshaped, strengthened, and even reversed? For centuries, Buddhist teachings have emphasized the power of mindfulness in maintaining mental clarity and focus. Today, modern neuroscience confirms these ancient insights, revealing that daily habits can rewire the brain, enhance cognitive function, and keep the mind sharp well into old age. Today, we'll embark on a transformative journey through the story of Linda Miller, a woman who once feared she was losing her memory but discovered 6 powerful habits that restored her clarity, joy, and connection to the world around her. More importantly, you'll learn how to integrate these simple yet profound principles into your own life. Stay with me until the end, because these small but life-changing habits might just redefine the way you think, remember, and experience the world. The wake-up call. Linda's story. Linda Miller had always been sharp and independent. She managed her finances with precision, never forgot a friend's birthday, and enjoyed solving crossword puzzles over her morning coffee. Forgetfulness had never been a concern, until the day it became one. At first, it was subtle. She misplaced her keys. She walked into a room only to forget why. Words she knew so well would suddenly slip away mid-conversation. At first, she brushed it off, chalking it up to distraction or stress. But as the instances became more frequent, a quiet worry began to creep in. Then came the day that changed everything. It was a crisp autumn afternoon. Linda went to the grocery store, something she had done thousands of times before. But the moment she stepped inside, a wave of confusion washed over her. She froze. Her heart pounded. The towering shelves, the glaring lights, the unfamiliar faces, everything suddenly felt foreign. She couldn't remember why she was there. Panic set in. She tried to retrace her thoughts. Milk? Eggs? Bread? Nothing. The harder she tried to recall, the foggier her mind became. That evening, Linda sat by the window, staring out into the night. A deep fear settled in. Was this the beginning of something worse? What if one day she forgot something, or someone, truly important? But amid the fear, something else stirred within her, a quiet, unshakable resolve. She had 2 choices: to let uncertainty consume her or to fight back. And so, her journey began, a journey fueled by ancient wisdom, modern science, and an unrelenting desire to reclaim the strength of her mind. Habit number 1. Grounding, barefoot steps on the earth. The first change Linda made seemed almost too simple to matter: walking barefoot on the earth. In Buddhist teachings, this practice, known as grounding, is a way to reconnect with nature, bring the mind back to the present, and quiet restless thoughts. At first, Linda found it strange. The dewy grass soaked her feet. The cool earth sent a slight shiver through her body, and tiny pebbles made her wince. But something deep inside nudged her to keep going. Each morning, as golden sunlight stretched across the horizon, Linda stepped outside. Slowly, she began to adjust: the dampness of the morning dew, the warmth of the soil as the sun kissed the earth, the rhythmic pulse of life beneath her feet. And then, something changed. The weight of anxiety started to loosen its grip. Her racing thoughts slowed. She began to notice the rustling of leaves, the soft unfolding of dawn, the gentle symphony of birds greeting the day. For the first time in years, she felt truly present. But this isn't just a spiritual concept, science backs it up. Studies show that direct contact with the earth can reduce inflammation, improve circulation, and lower oxidative stress, all critical for brain health and mental clarity. Grounding has been linked to better sleep, lower cortisol levels, and even enhanced mood regulation. Think about it. When was the last time you walked barefoot outside? Most of us spend our days insulated, rubber shoes, concrete floors, air-conditioned rooms, completely disconnected from the natural world. Yet, our ancestors walked barefoot for millennia, in direct contact with the energy of the earth. For Linda, grounding became more than just a habit. It became a ritual, a moment to return to herself, to nature, and to the simple yet profound beauty of being fully alive in the present moment. And perhaps, just like Linda, You might find that taking off your shoes and stepping onto the earth isn't just about feeling the ground beneath your feet. It's about finding your way back to clarity, calm, and connection. Habit number 2. The golden elixir, nourishing the mind through food. You are what you eat, the Buddha taught, and modern neuroscience wholeheartedly agrees. The second habit that transformed Linda's life was something so simple, yet so profound: changing what she put into her body. One day, during a routine health checkup, Linda stumbled upon something intriguing: a traditional Ayurvedic drink known as the golden elixir. This ancient remedy, packed with anti-inflammatory and brain-boosting ingredients, had been used for centuries to enhance cognitive function and overall well-being. It was made with turmeric, coconut oil, black pepper, cacao, and cinnamon, a blend designed not just to warm the body, but to protect the brain. At first, she was skeptical. Could a simple drink really sharpen memory and mental clarity? But curiosity got the best of her, and she decided to give it a try. The first sip was rich, earthy, and slightly spicy. The golden liquid warmed her from the inside out. And though she didn't expect immediate results, something about the ritual, the intentionality of nourishing her body, felt different. Then, she noticed the changes. Her mind felt clearer. The brain fog that once made her second-guess herself began to lift. She felt more present, energized, and mentally sharp. And the science? It backed her up. Turmeric contains curcumin, a powerful compound known to protect the brain from cognitive decline and reduce inflammation. Cacao is rich in flavonoids, which enhance memory and increase blood flow to the brain. Cinnamon has been linked to improved focus and cognitive function. Coconut oil provides healthy fats that fuel brain cells. Black pepper enhances the absorption of curcumin, making it even more effective. But Linda didn't just drink the golden elixir, she turned it into a ritual. Each morning, as she cradled the warm mug in her hands, she took a deep breath and whispered a quiet intention. May this drink nourish my body and mind. May I remain clear, present, and at peace. And maybe, just maybe, there's something we can all learn from this. What if, instead of mindlessly consuming food, we saw every meal as an opportunity to fuel not just our bodies, but our minds? For Linda, the golden elixir became more than a drink. It became a symbol of self-care, of choosing clarity over chaos, of reclaiming her power. One mindful sip at a time. And perhaps, the next time you reach for your morning coffee or tea, you might consider a new ritual, a golden cup of intention, warmth, and renewal. Habit number 3. Music, the melody of memory. One day, during a routine checkup, Linda's doctor asked her a simple yet unexpected question. Have you ever tried listening to the songs from your youth? She hadn't. It had never crossed her mind. That afternoon, curiosity led her to an old, dusty record player tucked away in the corner of her attic. She wiped it clean, selected a record, and placed the needle on the vinyl. The first few notes filled the air, and then, something extraordinary happened. A flood of memories came rushing back. The scent of jasmine on warm summer nights. The sound of laughter shared with childhood friends. The dreams of a younger version of herself, still untainted by the worries of time. It was as if the music had unlocked a door to a part of her mind she thought was lost forever. For centuries, Buddhist monks have used sound as a tool for meditation and healing. Chants, bells, and mantras are not just rituals, they are vibrations that bring clarity and awareness. And science? It confirms what monks have known all along. Studies show that music activates the hippocampus, the part of the brain responsible for memory. It's why even patients with severe dementia can recall lyrics from their past, even when they've forgotten the names of their loved ones. From that day forward, music became more than just background noise for Linda. It became a daily ritual, a form of medicine, a bridge to herself. She created playlists filled with songs that had meaning, songs that had shaped her, songs that made her feel alive. A jazz tune that reminded her of her first dance. A folk song her mother used to hum while cooking. A rock anthem that made her feel invincible in her youth. Each note, each lyric, each melody was a key, unlocking not just memories but emotions, clarity, and a sense of identity. And maybe, just maybe, we can all take a page from Linda's book. When was the last time you let music take you back? When was the last time you sat with a song, not just to hear it, But to feel it? Because sometimes, the past isn't lost, it's just waiting for the right song to bring it back. Habit number 4. Movement, awakening the body. Awakening the mind. The Buddha once said, "To keep the body in good health is a duty, otherwise we shall not be able to keep our minds strong and clear." Linda had never been the type to exercise regularly. The thought of working out felt daunting, exhausting, even unnecessary. But one day, her granddaughter, Emily, extended an invitation. "Grandma, let's go for a walk." At first, Linda hesitated. Would it even make a difference? Her body felt sluggish, her steps heavy, and her motivation close to zero. But she agreed, if only to spend more time with Emily. That first walk was slow. Her joints ached, her breath was uneven, but something unexpected happened. As they moved through the park, her senses awakened. She felt the crisp morning breeze against her skin. She heard the satisfying crunch of dry leaves beneath her feet. She watched the golden sunlight filtering through the trees, painting patterns on the path ahead. And for the first time in a long while, she felt alive. Week after week, she kept going, step by step. Her body grew stronger, and so did her mind. Science has long proven what Linda was experiencing firsthand. Exercise increases blood flow to the brain, keeping neurons healthy and promoting new connections. Physical activity releases endorphins, reducing stress and enhancing mood. Regular movement delays cognitive decline, sharpening memory and focus. But for Linda, walking became more than just a form of exercise. It became a statement, a silent but powerful declaration that she would not let time steal her sharpness, her clarity, or her will to live fully. She began walking with intention, sometimes alone, embracing the stillness, sometimes with Emily, sharing stories and laughter, and on certain days, she'd walk just to feel the rhythm of life moving through her. One step at a time. And maybe, that's something we should all remember. Movement isn't just for the body, it's for the soul. So the next time you're feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or lost in a haze of thoughts, take a walk. Feel the earth beneath you, the air around you, and the life within you. Because sometimes, the simplest step forward is the most powerful one you can take. Habit number 5. Mental challenges, training the brain like a muscle. One evening, Linda's son handed her a small puzzle book. "Give it a try, Mom." She hesitated. It had been years since she had tackled anything like this. As she scanned the crossword clues, the words seemed to dance just beyond her grasp. Frustration bubbled up. Had her mind truly slowed down? But something inside her refused to give up. She took a deep breath, focused, and tried again. And then, a breakthrough. One word led to another. A pattern began to emerge. The feeling of solving that first puzzle sparked something within her, a reminder that her mind was still sharp, still capable, still alive. That night, something shifted. The next day, she picked up the book again. Then she tried Sudoku. Then she started learning a new word every day. Then she sat down with Emily for a game of chess. And soon, challenging her brain became a part of her daily life. Why it works. The science of brain training. Just like muscles in the body, the brain needs exercise to stay strong and resilient. Research has shown that mentally stimulating activities create new neural connections, improve cognitive flexibility, and slow down mental decline. In fact, studies on neuroplasticity reveal that our brains can adapt and grow at any age, as long as we keep challenging them. Think of it this way. If you stop using your muscles, they weaken. If you stop challenging your mind, it does the same. But the good news? It's never too late to train your brain. Small challenges, big impact. Linda didn't need complex exercises, she simply made small, consistent efforts every day. Crosswords to test memory and vocabulary. Sudoku to improve logic and problem solving. Learning new words to expand her mental library. Chess with Emily to sharpen strategy and focus. Even switching hands while brushing her teeth to engage different brain pathways. And every challenge conquered, every puzzle solved, became a powerful reminder. Her mind was not fading. It was growing. What about you? When was the last time you truly challenged your brain? Could you learn a few words in a new language? Try a puzzle instead of scrolling through your phone? Read something outside of your comfort zone? Play a memory game with a friend? Because here's the truth. Mental sharpness isn't about age, it's about use. Linda made a choice to train her mind like a muscle, and in doing so, she reclaimed her confidence, her clarity, and her sense of possibility. And maybe, just maybe, you can do the same. Habit number 6. Gratitude and faith, the most powerful habit of all. Above all else, Linda discovered one profound truth. Gratitude is the foundation of everything. For much of her life, she had taken her sharp mind for granted. She never imagined she would forget where she placed her keys or struggled to recall the name of an old friend. But as the years passed, these small lapses began to shake her confidence. She feared losing her clarity, her independence, and, most of all, herself. She had tried everything: walking barefoot on the earth, nourishing her brain with powerful foods, moving her body, stimulating her mind with puzzles and music. And yet, the most transformative change came from something far simpler. The whisper that changed everything. One evening, after an exhausting day, Linda lay in bed, her mind restless with worries. What if I wake up tomorrow and forget something important? What if my mind keeps slipping away? The uncertainty felt overwhelming, but then, a quiet thought surfaced. What if, instead of fearing what I might lose, I appreciated what I still had? At that moment, she closed her eyes, placed a gentle hand over her heart, and whispered, "Thank you for today. I am still here. I am grateful." And just like that, everything shifted. It was a small act, almost too simple to matter. But as she continued this practice night after night, she began to notice something remarkable. She woke up feeling lighter. Her anxieties, once so consuming, began to soften. She started noticing the small joys of everyday life, the way sunlight streamed through the window in the morning, the comforting aroma of her favorite tea, the laughter of her granddaughter in the next room. Because here's the truth: when you focus on gratitude, fear loses its grip. Gratitude in the mind. Science meets spirituality. For centuries, Buddhist teachings have emphasized gratitude as a path to enlightenment. The practice of being fully present is a practice of appreciation. It's about recognizing what is already here instead of longing for what is missing. But beyond its spiritual significance, science confirms the profound effects of gratitude on the brain and body. It rewires the brain. Studies show that practicing gratitude strengthens neural pathways associated with joy, resilience, and positive memory recall. It reduces stress and anxiety. Focusing on what we appreciate shifts the brain's attention away from negative thinking patterns. It improves sleep. Expressing gratitude before bed calms the nervous system, making it easier to fall and stay asleep. It boosts cognitive function. Regular gratitude practice has been linked to improved memory, problem-solving skills, and mental flexibility. Gratitude is more than just a feel-good habit. It is a scientifically proven tool to keep the mind sharp and the spirit at peace. Faith, the silent strength that carries us. But gratitude alone wasn't enough. Faith gave Linda the strength to keep moving forward. Faith that her mind was still capable of learning and growing. Faith that, even as life changed, she would find new ways to adapt. Faith that, no matter what the future held, she would be okay. And faith doesn't have to be tied to religion. It can be as simple as trusting that the mind can heal and strengthen itself. Believing that tomorrow holds new opportunities for growth. Knowing that, even in uncertainty, life is still full of meaning and beauty. Linda's faith was not in the absence of struggle, but in the certainty that she would face whatever came her way with strength, resilience, and gratitude, making gratitude a daily ritual. Linda's nighttime gratitude practice became a sacred ritual, one that took just a few seconds, yet had the power to transform her entire mindset. Some nights, she wrote down 3 things she was grateful for. The sound of rain tapping against her window, the way her granddaughter held her hand on their walk, the memory of a song that took her back to a beautiful moment. Other nights, she simply whispered, "Thank you, I am still here, I am grateful." And no matter how difficult the day had been, no matter what worries tried to creep into her mind, she ended each night with peace. What about you? What if, instead of ending your day with stress or regret, you ended it with gratitude and trust? Imagine closing your eyes tonight and focusing, not on what went wrong, but on what went right. Not on what you might lose, but on what you still have. Not on fear, but on faith. Tonight, try this. Take a deep breath, place your hand over your heart, and say, "Thank you for today. I am still here. I am grateful." Because in the end, it's not about what we remember or what we fear losing, it's about how fully we choose to live. And sometimes, the simplest habit is also the most powerful of all. Conclusion. Your mind is a garden. Memories may fade, youth may slip away, but gratitude, that remains eternal. Your mind is the most precious gift you have. It holds your memories, your dreams, your wisdom, and your sense of self. Yet, like a delicate garden, it requires care, attention, and nurturing. If neglected, it can wither, but if cultivated with intention, it will flourish. No matter your age, the seeds you plant shape the mind you keep. Think of your mind as a vast, fertile garden. Every thought, every habit, every experience is a seed. Feed it well, nourish it with knowledge, curiosity, and meaningful conversations. What you consume, both physically and mentally, shapes its strength. Expose it to light, seek inspiration, joy, and new perspectives. A stagnant mind is like a plant deprived of the sun. Growth requires exploration. Protect it from weeds, self-doubt, negativity, and fear can choke your potential. Recognize them and pull them out before they take root. Water it daily. Movement, mindfulness, music, and gratitude. These are the waters that keep your mind thriving. For too long, we have been led to believe that aging means decline, that memory loss is inevitable, that sharpness fades with time. But science and wisdom tell us otherwise. Your mind is capable of growth at any age. The truth is, your brain is not a machine that simply wears out, it is a living masterpiece. Constantly evolving, adapting, and renewing itself. Neuroscience has proven that we can form new neural connections, create fresh pathways, and enhance cognitive function, even in later years. What determines this? The habits we choose, the challenges we embrace, the perspective we cultivate. Just look at Linda. She could have accepted decline. She could have surrendered to fear. But instead, she took action. She walked barefoot on the earth, reconnecting with the present. She nourished her body and mind with ancient wisdom and modern science. She let music revive lost memories, proving that the past is never truly gone. She moved her body, awakening her spirit. She trained her mind, proving that learning never stops. And most of all, she embraced gratitude and faith, finding peace in the simple truth that she was still here, still growing, still alive. It's never too late to begin. This is not just Linda's story. This can be yours, too. Every day, you have the power to shape your mind. Every choice you make is a step toward clarity, resilience, and renewal. And no matter your age, as long as you are growing, you are truly living. So, what seeds will you plant in the garden of your mind? Tonight, as you close your eyes, try whispering, "Thank you, I am still here, I am growing," because your mind is your garden, and it is never too late to make it bloom.